Yep, I see it now. Well, this is interesting, a little change of pace today. So, Coach Jenkins and I are commentating for the junior varsity match between Dakota Valley Black and Dakota Valley Purple. They are they're tied for second in the state. So it's kind of a more of a bragging rights game than it is for position because JV won't make it to the state tournament in Aberdeen, but um, it's fun nonetheless. This is maybe the future of the program as we have a graduating senior, so it kind of gives them a little bit of time to show their skills and see who might make that third varsity spot for next year. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the first game ended up 5-1. This one's definitely much closer. Good clear there. No.
I was trying to flash it was already caught.
No. All right, 5 seconds to go here.
All right, can you hear me now?
I can hear Coach Jenkins now. So that was the completion of game number 2. Rocket League is the best of 5. So we'll be going into our third match here.
Yeah, right now they're tied 1-1. So DV Purple has won 1 match and DV Black has won 1 match. So far, pretty evenly ranked between our 2 JV teams.
Yes, and just so everybody knows, with DV Black, we have Aiden DeAugust, Daniel Johnson, and Mitchell Oberg. And then for DV Purple, we have Jameson Kimball, Asher Pfeiffer, and Landon Green. And like I said, this is just kind of for bragging rights. It isn't going to take them to state, but with the open position next year, it's definitely something we're going to be watching to see who's going to fill the vacancy when Isaac Clemmy graduates and goes off to college next year. So,
yeah, and it's kind of exciting because us been working with them all year. We've really seen a lot of growth, and it's exciting to see in the second to last week just how far they've come this year.
Definitely, and I never want to take credit for knowing more about these games than our kids do. You're kind of the Rocket League expert in the room. I'm kind of the IT guy, so we definitely complement each other, but I really liked how you worked with the players this year, kind of showing them the rotation and the different plays that they have. There's more to this game than just car soccer, if you will. So I like that you could bring that aspect to the game and really help these players grow because, especially with DV Black, at the beginning of the season, we kind of had 3 players on the field going for the ball. That was kind of the routine, and now you can kind of see some formation of a rotation and the call-outs as you listen to them in the room. So you can see that team growth, that the purple team kind of already had. So it's super exciting to see that these games are tied 1-1 right now. It just kind of shows how quickly that DV Black team has been able to put themselves together and play this DV Purple team hard.
They really they worked hard this year. We worked to build the fundamentals that they kind of needed, and once we got that, they really took off, and they put in a lot of hard work here in the lab and outside to really develop their game. And it's showing right now.
Yeah, and it's been a unique dynamic with DV Black, just kind of knowing the kids personally. We definitely have skill there, but they hadn't really had a composition where they played threes before. In fact, one of the members of this team that's playing now, I believe, was always just playing solo. So it's been a complete learning experience for him, but a good ball controller, a lot of skills being demonstrated, and now piecing that together with the teamwork is kind of showing off here between these 2 highly competitive teams. And I may be so bold in saying that just kind of based on the gameplay of our varsity that these teams are comparable to maybe some of those lower seeded varsity teams in the state that we've seen. I wouldn't say they're top 5, but I would definitely say they could play with half of the field on that varsity side that we've seen this season.
I think it'd be out of the way to say that they would be possibly completing for a state bid if they were at that varsity level. They've made a lot of progress, and just from what we've seen, I think the two biggest things that I've been impressed by today is the passing and kind of sharing of the ball, and then the aerial play when they're kind of flying through the air or jumping off of walls. And at the beginning of the season, there was not much height to their flying, their aerials, and not a lot of contact being made with the ball. Whereas in this game, we were seeing it's pretty consistent. They've really grown in that throughout the year. So that's exciting to see. And if it continues, who knows where they could be next year.
Yeah, I mean, we have great depth, especially going into next year. Early on in this game, or actually halfway through this game, we could see DV Black is up 1 here. But one of the big things that I can tell from not being an expert in the game that's changed from the beginning of the season is playing the ball off of the bounce. Whether it come off the wall or come off another car. Learning where that's going to be when their car is in position is the biggest thing. So, and that's also super important to the game. Like I said, I'm not an expert at this game, but that's one big change I've seen over the last couple of weeks is they're knowing where the ball is going to be and where to play it. So I think that's the biggest growth difference we could see between Black from week 3 to week 7 where we're at now.
And we're right back in it with another really close game, tied 1-1 with 2 minutes left. I believe that was Jameson who just tied it up for the purple team. A lot of good movement here, and like you said, they're getting a lot better at reading where that ball is going to go before it's actually headed in that direction, which just comes with time in the game and the more experience you have in it.
Yeah, I mean, it all kind of comes down. I have played this game before, but it's one of those things where I'm not good at it, and it's not. It doesn't. They make it look easy, is what I'm trying to say. For those of us older players that kind of want to compare this style of gameplay, would be comparable to like when Star Fox first came out, or maybe when Halo came out, where you kind of had another dimension to the game other than just left, right, or A and B. There's a lot more going on in this game than forward, back, left, or right. So it's kind of neat when you get to watch how easily they can control the car when you get in and grab a controller and realize how difficult it really is. It's truly amazing how easy they make it look.
It really is. I've had some players who I've watched them play their first time, and even hitting a ball that is stationary, not rolling, not flying through the air, it can be a real challenge. Because everyone's used to how they drive, and they're looking out the front of the car, whereas your camera's always focused on the ball. So knowing your own positioning and where you're driving, even though you don't see where the front of your car is all the time, can be really difficult, and it really messes with the brain of people who aren't used to it.
Yeah, and here we just seen a goal by Daniel Johnson, I believe is the one that scored that. It was either Daniel or Mitchell. I apologize, I didn't catch to see who actually punched that in. So right now we have DV up 2-1 with 30 seconds to go.
And for those of you who don't know, once the timer expires, the game does not end until the ball has touched the floor or the bottom of the arena. Even if it's still bouncing off the walls, it is live until the ball hits the ground. So even when the timer expires, there's always still a chance if you can keep the ball in the air.
We might see an example of that here, as you can see him kind of popping that ball in the air. The time would have normally expired, but you can see with the additional hit, it went on a little bit longer. So here we got DV Black with the win. Again, Daniel, Aiden, and Mitchell with the win on that. So of the series of 5 now, that puts them up 2-1. If they would win this next game, it would go overall for a DV Black win, defeating DV Purple.
And I don't know if you've seen on the screen there, but it said Shepard had the most points for Orange Team or DV Black, so that would make him the MVP of the match. Points are awarded for any ball touch that you have. You get extra points if you clear it or get a save, and you get extra points if you center the ball for your teammates or score a goal. So the person with the most points is normally the person who either touches the ball the most or puts it into a position where their team can score or the other team won't be able to score.
What's really interesting about this matchup is because for me as a coach, second year, two of the three players on this DV Purple team were on this team last year. So they already have 1 year of being teammates and communicating and learning each other's play style. I will tell you, and here we see an early goal by Daniel Johnson. So puts DV Black up early. But back to what I was getting at was one of these two players, Landon Green, actually last year was a keyboard mouse player and just switched over to controller this year, knowing that that's the necessary improvement he needed to make to up his gameplay. So it's pretty exciting to see that change. Because that's a big change. I don't care what game it is. When you switch to even from an Xbox to a PS2 controller or a PlayStation controller, there's changes there. Even when I switch over to Nintendo and play and the A and B is different, it confuses me sometimes. So huge kudos to Landon for making that change to make himself better overall. And it's tough to point out that singular change in overall performance, but here you just seen him score that goal. We were just talking about Landon just evened it up there 1-1.
And that goal was on a great pass from Asher. And what Asher did there is he hit the ball right as it was hitting an opponent. And in the physics of Rocket League, when there is two things hitting the ball at the same time, it really speeds up the ball, and they call that a pinch. So a lot of players will try to do that against walls to have a lot faster passes, or they can try to do it off other cars, whether it be a teammate's car or an opponent's car.
Talk to us a little bit about the demos. We see that a lot, but sometimes it's not always intentional, and sometimes we see players purposely demo another player of a team. First of all, talk to us a little bit about like what that means to demo a car and why you might do that as strategy.
Yeah, so a demo is when one car hits the opposing team while going a certain speed. I'm not aware of what the speed is called, but you'll know they're at their speed because there will be little lights behind their tires. The car we're watching right now, it's when the little flame starts appearing behind their tires. That means if they hit an opponent, that opponent will explode, their car will explode, and there's a quick delay time before that opponent will respawn back towards their own goal. This can be really effective if they have a strong defense and you go ahead of that ball. You can knock the person who would be the goalie or the person in defense completely out of the game for 3 seconds, which doesn't seem long, but when you're already on the offensive and the ball's coming that way, it's kind of like a power play in hockey. It gives you that time where you have a big advantage.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. It's kind of like a power play, just in a much smaller time frame. But this game is so fast paced that just being up one in an offensive position is going to be huge. Because I think the traditional gameplay of this game, and again, I don't play this game as maybe one back and two offensive players. Is that kind of the usual format?
It's kind of that way, but you want to have a constant rotation, because if you leave one person back, your offense is going to be at a disadvantage. If someone misses the ball, or if there's a good defense that knocks the ball out of the way and there's no one to contest that ball, you have them sitting way back. Some of the better players, instead of hitting the ball forward and clearing it, can actually kind of dribble the ball with their car, like we would imagine people dribbling a basketball. And they can set themselves up or their teammates up for really tough to defend shots, even if you have all three people back. So it is the general strategy to have one a little further back and two ahead. But with the rotation, as one tries to center the ball, they will rotate all the way back to that defensive position. And that defensive position will kind of build forward. And so there is a lot of those mechanics that people might not even see when they're watching the game, that if a team were to not do them and the other team is, it can result in a blowout, even though both teams look like they're pretty solid. If they don't have the mechanics and the fundamentals, just like any other sport, if you don't have those to fall back on, it can really hurt you going down the stretch.
Sure. I see that Daniel scored yet another goal, so that puts 2 for him on this game, and DV Black up 1. Another interesting tidbit about Rocket League, from a viewer perspective, is a really fast, high-scoring game. Actually, takes longer than a game like we're watching here, where it's just a pretty neck and neck game. A lot of good defense. These games are generally quicker than a game that might have 20 goals in it because you don't have that replay and that stoppage of clock. So it's kind of backwards in the way you think of basketball, where if it's a fast-paced game and you're getting fast breaks, quick 2 points, and the shot clock doesn't come into play, you're going to have a faster-paced quarter. Where in this game you don't. It's usually the lower-score games like this that technically take about the 5 minutes in change mark. So, and it's usually a good sign of two evenly matched teams when you have a low-scoring game like this. And I'm just going to throw this out here. Daniel just got his third goal this game, so he's obviously in position, or they're doing some very good placement of putting him in position to score these balls. I didn't quite see if that was set up maybe by Mitchell or Aiden, but either way, they've got them set up really well here for an overall 3-game set win.
And that's a great game by DV Black. They had some balls that bounced the right way, and they put a great game forward today. So I think they did a great job, and I think DV Purple also did a great job. Ball just didn't fall in the direction today.
Yeah, and I mean, the future of this program is bright because everybody that just played today, the oldest person in the group is a junior. And of our varsity team, we have one senior and two sophomores. So we've kind of future-proofed that Rocket League program into next year. So as coaches, I couldn't be more proud of watching this game. It's I'm gonna say it, I'm a little surprised that DV Black pulled that out. I don't want to downplay their gameplay, but they are the younger team. They are the newer team as far as like team team composition. Whereas I mentioned last year, two of the players from Team Purple were played with each other last year. So interesting turn of events here, and I think we're gonna go break it down with the team, and we also want to thank the Shuts. I noticed as we were broadcasting this game, they came in with pizza and drinks for everyone. So,
Yeah, sponsor for the night.
yeah, I appreciate all the parent support, and stay tuned for Varsity Rocket League in about 5-10 minutes. We'll get that one rolling. So.
makes me wonder if there could be something more. We were only kids when we first met. Now let's discover where we haven't yet. I don't wanna wonder what could have been. So baby, take my hand and let my love in. We were only kids when we first met. Now let's discover what we haven't yet. I don't wanna wonder what could have been. So baby, take my hand and let my love in. When we were 15, I remember car rides, small fights, conversations all night. I never saw you as anything more than a friend, but now I see you in a new light. We're getting older. There's a sparkle in your eyes that wasn't there before. You give me butterflies. It makes me wonder if there could be something more. We were only kids when we first met. Now let's discover where we haven't yet. I don't wanna wonder what could have been. So baby, take my hand and let my love in. We were only kids when we first met. Now let's discover where we haven't yet. I don't wanna wonder what could have been. So baby, take my hand and we were only kids when we first met. Now let's discover what we haven't yet. I don't wanna wonder what could have been. So baby, take my hand and let my love in.
Oh no, that is what they all say when they see me pouring some more. Oh, then gets empty again. Better fill it up before I go. Cause I'm loving it, feeling it, touch me and being it. See what I see in it, I'm typical. Messing around with it, mix it up, go with it, fuck with it, flow with it, let it all go. Oh Lord, think you know what I'm like, but you don't fall, you lose control. Bittersweet melody when I dance on your fly. Cause I know what you don't, it is me you adore. How does it feel to breathe when you're dead? They never seen you out of your head. Cut to the bone, it's broken up, but how sad. Oh boy, got so hot I forgot what I should have thought of before. Sure ain't easy for you to let go of the rules, cause there's so much fun. Are you loving the feeling it? Touch me, are you in it? Don't say what you're seeing, but typical. Messing around with it, mix it up, go with it, fuck with it, flow with it, please let it go. Oh no, think I did it again. I said a few things that I shouldn't have done. Well, bittersweet how sad. How does it feel to breathe when you're dead? They never seen you out of your head. Cut to the bone, it's broken, I bet. How does it
All right. I guess I'm I can you hear me okay? All right. So I guess I'm commentating the varsity match as well. DV up early 1-0 against Dakota Christian. I think we're still looking for what their mascot is. Eli, do you know where they're at in the state? Like geographically? I'm getting a no on that. We're going to see if we can find out where Dakota Christian's from. So, yeah, Dakota Valley Varsity, we have Isaac Clemmy, Brian Cardona, and Ben Phillips, undefeated on the season. 2 of the 3 returning players from last year. Here we see Brian score the second goal of the night. 2 of the 3 returning players from last year. I think Brian is ranked Grand Champ, and I think Ben is ranked Champ 2. I could have that wrong, but I did ask Isaac before the game what their ranks were. Corsica, South Dakota is what I'm being told where Dakota Christians. Where's that? Where's that at? Where's Corsica geographically in the state? All right, so it looks like we got a push here by Corsica. Brian's on the defense here. Looks like he's going to get a good clear across midfield. You see Ben down below. Actually, Ben's the one that took that in for the score. Panthers up 3-0. So southwest of Mitchell, northwest of Yankton. Okay, so it's a rural community in between Yankton and Mitchell. I've heard of it before, but I can't say I've ever been there. All right, so we're back after kickoff here. It looks like Corsica's going in. They took a shot. It was off the back of the goal here. I'm not very... I don't play Rocket League, so I apologize. This is very basic commentary. Here we have Brian with another score, puts DV up 4-0. We talked a little bit about this in the JV game as far as the basic concepts of Rocket League. If you just watch the game, it's car soccer. That's what it is. But there's so much more to it than that. If you pick up a controller and you try to drive one of these cars, the mechanics of driving them is difficult in and of itself, let alone being able to control and manipulate the ball and the movements of what's called aerials. We've seen a kickoff goal here by Ben Phillips to put the Panthers up 5-0. But going back to mechanics and driving the car, it is incredibly difficult to do. So while you watch one of these games, it seems like it would be very easy to pick up a controller, play this game. I can assure you it's not. It's pretty incredible to watch what these guys do. This team here last year went to the state tournament, came in undefeated, made it to the semi-championships, and fell to a very talented Sioux Falls school. I don't want to make excuses. I'm going to state facts here. Sioux Falls was a super school last year, meaning that they combined all of their public schools together and had one heck of a team. But we took them right to Game 7. Here we see Ben scoring in the 6th goal here for the Panthers. But going back to Sioux Falls, they were a super school. They combined all their public schools to get 3 very, very good Rocket League players. We took them all the way down to Game 7. Lost by 1 goal, so it could have went either way had we played them again. I won't say anything bad about the team we had last year. Chance Johnson was an excellent leader as a senior on that team, but we're bringing back Brian and Ben as sophomores, absolutely incredibly talented, and then Isaac Clemmy stepping up to the plate this year to fill in for Chance, who graduated. So between the 3, I feel like we have equally strong team as we did last year. I think Isaac is doing a great job filling in that gap and picking up the leadership role as the elder statesman, if you will. A lot of experience. He's calm, cool, and collected, kind of like Iceman. but yeah, and then you got Brian and Ben, who are just absolutely crazy when you watch their gameplay as far as the talent they have on the field. Here's what I mean by incredible aerials. It's Brian with the 8th goal for the Panthers. He just takes the ball simply up from the field, makes a couple of quick spins, and then the goal it is. I mean, that's about the best I can explain it, not being real familiar with Rocket League and the mechanics of it. But I also mentioned this in the JV game. Commonly, a low-scoring game in Rocket League is going to be a faster game than a low-scoring game because every time you score a goal, the clock stops for a replay, and then that takes 15 seconds or so. So high-scoring games like this usually take longer than a game that's maybe 1 or 2. So it's kind of interesting to see the difference. When you have 2 highly competitive teams. Here we see Ben punch it in for the 9th goal of the game. It looks like that would be Brian's 6th goal of the game. Oh, Coach Jenkins is joining us.
Making sure our team was all set up and good to go.
Perfect.
Yeah, they're finding a lot of success early, and like you said, with there being no out of bounds in Rocket League, the only thing that really stops the clock are scores. So the more scores you have, the longer the game normally seems to take.
Yeah, and so some of the stuff will repeat for the JV game, but Coach Jenkins, way more familiar with Rocket League, plays the game very good at it. I was just kind of mentioning how these guys make it look so easy, like we just seen Ben here score the goal. As part of Rocket League, some of the things you can do are tutorials and trainings, and one of them is specifically aerials, where they'll put the ball up in the air and at different angles of the net. Am I saying that right? And where you'll basically take your car with boost and try to talk to us a little bit about that and how that kind of helps these guys practice and maintain that skill.
So what's one of the more complex skills of the game is learning how to manage your boost so that you are flying towards the ball, but it's hard to aim because you can't switch directions quickly. You have to know where the ball's going to be and put your car in the right position to hit it. And then along with that, there's kind of tiers to that skill. First tier is just hitting the ball while it's in the air, and then eventually you get to these guys where they not only hit the ball, but they kind of hold on to the ball and they guide the ball through the air instead of just hitting it in a direction. And then one of the more advanced skills that we've seen a couple of our guys try, I don't know if they've had a successful one tonight, is when in Rocket League you get one jump, and you get that jump anytime your 4 wheels are on the ground. So you can flip one time once you're in the air. What a lot of really skilled players do is they will position their car underneath the ball so that the ball hits all 4 of the wheels, then granting them a second jump. It is called a flip reset. It's a very complicated skill that when you see players get underneath the ball are trying to kind of let it sit on them, that is what they're trying to do, because with that flip you can really flick the ball in a different direction that makes it really hard to block. But that is kind of some of the top tier aerial stuff that we'll see some of our guys try tonight that we probably didn't see any attempt of in the JV game.
Here we see, it looks like Ben, I believe, scored that goal, puts the Panthers up 12-1. It looks like Corsica did get a goal on us.
Yeah, it looked like Isaac had a speed flip at the start, which is where you flip your car and boost at the same time. It makes you go faster than you're supposed to in the game. But if you speed flip and your car goes at the wrong angle, you kind of shoot off in the wrong direction. And so it looks like when they scored, Isaac did a speed flip and it kind of shot him off to the side, and they just kind of took advantage of that and took a straight shot right off the kickoff.
So it's always a gamble on that kickoff, whether or not it can hurt or help you.
It is a gamble, but it's just kind of like everything in Rocket League. The more you do those and attempt those, the more consistent you'll get. But that is a risk you always take in Rocket League. Is sometimes the car doesn't move in the way you want it to.
Well, it looks like this one's going to be coming to an end here, and it's going to be DV Going for that last goal, I think you brought some attention to this in the last game. The game isn't over until that ball touches the field. So
Yeah.
even though that clock ran out, you've seen it 0 here, 0-0 on the clock. Brian was able to air dribble that ball into the net for our 14th goal. So Rocket League for varsity is the best of 5. That puts Dakota Valley up 1 game. And we'll see if Corsica can make some adjustments here to do some more defense and put a little more on their offensive side and see what happens. It's an interesting dynamic sitting here behind the commentator's desk versus out there. Usually we're running around, lots going on in the room, but tonight we only have 1 varsity game going on in the room because both of our JV games played earlier. So it kind of gives us a nice break to just be able to sit down and watch the gameplay and talk about what's happening in the room. Maybe not with the excitement of the students. They get super into it. So, hopefully we're bringing some information to our viewers that help them. I know it helps me because, like I said, I'm not a high level gamer. I never claimed to be. I'm a facilitator to make sure that they have the equipment they need to do what they love. And having you as an assistant coach that knows these games better than I do, I think is so complimentary this year in showing, the success of our season as a result of that.
Well, I will say, I am compared to some of these athletes by no means the expert either. They really are a testament to they kind of live and breathe this stuff, and then they do become the experts. They know more about all these titles than I probably ever could, just because they do live and breathe this during the season, and I think it kind of shows the success that we've had so far this year.
Yeah. DV's wasting no time here with this one. Brian got an early goal with just 6 seconds into the game. I don't ever want to say they play passively or will slow it down. I'll be curious to see if the Panthers maybe try to do some different things here. In the second game, maybe try some different tactics or different offenses or different shots. And we see a second punch there from Brian to go up too early and a little excitement in the room. So,
a double tap by Brian there, where double tap is where you hit it once. Normally, you either floats in the air or it bounces off the wall, and then you hit it twice. Really hard to block because there's not a whole lot of time to react when you hit it a second time. Most of the time, once that first hit, you kind of have to get in the air and cut it off in the air. And if you hit it again, it throws off your flight pattern entirely.
Kind of like following up your shot in basketball, if you will, going after that second chance. But with a double tap, it's more planned, I think, right?
Yeah.
Like you kind of come in from the top more and then follow your card down with the ball off that rebound to punch it in.
Yep, for sure. And especially at the varsity level, some of those upward shots where people hit it up and it kind of floats, those are going to have a tough time going in. A lot of the goals that you see that are the really competitive goals are the goals that are not kind of floating in the air. They're hit with kind of a point and force, and they're either redirected by the teammates or hit downward and towards the goal.
It's always interesting to listen to the varsity team because they are the premier, group in the room. I mean, they've earned that spot, and they've shown that they have the skill, communication, and teamwork to do something that the others in the room can't. And they'll get there, but having these 3 guys play together is like watching a well-oiled machine just run continuously because they're always calling out where they're at. If they center the ball, if they're rotating back, if they're getting boost, it is nonstop communication. I think the only time they pause is if they score a goal just to kind of give each other knuckles and say good shot. I mean, other than that, it's laser focused concentration on the game and talking throughout the entire contest.
It's really hard to say that when they are talking, if you don't know kind of the lingo of Rocket League, you're going to have no idea what they're saying. They have all these little quick call-outs that they use to describe where they're at, where the ball's at, what they're doing with the ball, that if you don't know Rocket League, you have no idea what they're talking about.
Yeah, and even as I hate to use the word coach because in my mind, a coach is someone that knows a sport, knows a game, and can teach players certain skills that they're going to develop inside of our gaming lab. But I'll use Brian for example. I believe he's told me he has over 2,000 hours in this game. I would challenge to see how many people in the state have that many hours in Rocket League. So it's going to be pretty tough to coach someone like Brian, right? With that many hours in the game. So the best we could do is ask him what he needs and be more of a support role for him. And certainly, they're going to know more about this game than we do, or certainly me in that regard. But I consider myself more of a general manager, make sure everything works for them. Throughout the season, we've made significant improvements to our lab regarding speed, lower ping times, higher, internet speeds. We've wired everything. We've added cameras. So we've gotten better throughout the season with the technical aspect of the game, and they've obviously continued, if not improved, their gameplay from week one. In coming up next week, I guess we'll see how our season unfolds because last year we went in as the number one seed over an 8-week season, 8-0. This year they're going to do a divisional playoff starting February 4th, Tuesday, from 4:30 to 8 p.m. Now, we don't know what that looks like because we haven't been told.
We're kind of waiting on word to what that process is going to look like and see just what they have the teams kind of ranked at. As of right now, they have the teams split into two different divisions. Who the two divisions have not played each other, so I don't know what that's going to look like, if they're going to have the two divisions play each other or if they're going to kind of have each division stay separate. We're still kind of waiting on word for what is that going to look like. So.
Yeah, and I mean, I think we wouldn't be where we were without some competitive games throughout the season. I think Sioux Falls, O'Gorman, for there being their first year in South Dakota Esports, is just done everything right. I mean, they started to stream this year. They've put together some dynamite teams. They got some excellent Smash players. They have a great Mario Kart team. They've taken a game of ours from Rocket League when we played them. So I look for them to be right there with us at the state tournament. I think Sioux Falls, Washington is also undefeated at this point in Rocket League. So a couple of schools up north are doing everything or firing on all cylinders at this point in time in the season as well.
It's either Sioux Falls, Washington or Sioux Falls, Roosevelt, but one of those Sioux Falls teams does have, I believe, an undefeated season in Rocket League. And it is nice to see some of that tough competition, because I think that's where our players are make the most improvement by playing those close games and having those challenges to really test their skills. So, no, I agree that it's nice to have that competition and see just how close some of those games are going to be. I think it's going to be really exciting.
Yeah, and when we get down to the state tournament, again, only being there once last year, and it was our pilot season. What was probably the most memorable for me, and I think I could speak for our kids too, was getting to meet these players behind the gamer tags, right? So we all know who certain players are by their player names. I won't call anyone out specifically, but in a certain game title, we might be like, oh, you've got so and so this week, they're very good at this person, or you're playing this team, they're really good at this. And when you get there, you kind of put all the differences aside, and you're really excited to get to meet the person, face to face, and then also get to play them. It adds a whole different dynamic to esports when you're there in a public arena playing in front of a crowd with a controller in your hand. You can actually see a little more stress on the kids, a little more, something they're not used to, right? Like, I mean, a lot of these game skills are developed in our lab, but probably more of them on their own time. So getting them in a group of kids in the state tournament was really refreshing to see them all communicate. They've developed lifelong friends in the state with other players from these teams. I can tell you our League of Legends teams they talk with T almost weekly as far do pickup games with Duel. A lot of the players from Duel they talk to, and there's probably more I don't know about, but it's just really neat to see these guys making new friends from other towns and all competing and playing on the same team in these pickup games. So at the end of the day, this is all for bragging rights, but we're learning important skills in the lab, and they're making new friends, and that's what's the most important thing.
Oh yeah, for sure. like you said, I think some of the friendships and the connections that these guys are making are going to be lifelong connections. Just because this is the first year and it's kind of the historic year with it being the first time we're doing something like this. So for them to have those connections and meet those people that otherwise they might kind of be in their own rooms, playing their own games, doing their own things, and never making those connections. So I think it's really a testament to the impact that esports is giving some athletes who, if not for esports, might not do a whole lot with the school and outside of their own house. So I think that's huge and they're very important for some of these kids to have those opportunities.
Yeah. Here we see DV pick up the second game here, 10-1. So we'll be going into our third match up 2-0. But kind of going back to esports in general, it is one of those voids that we were able to fill in South Dakota. It's a co-ed sport or a co-ed activity. So this is the first year that we've had female participants. They play Rocket League, League of Legends, Mario Kart, and Minecraft. So well represented in that regard. And what's really nice about esports is it gives you a platform to show your skill. You know, a lot of our players are talented at musicians, really good at academics as far as being, a good academic student. But this gives them the place to actually show a skill that maybe a football player or a basketball player would have. But because of the overlapping winter seasons, they aren't able to play, and they can kind of talk about what they do in the esports lab with those people. So there's a place for everyone when you can have esports in high school, and hopefully we see more schools next year. We've doubled them this year, so it's really good that what Fenworks has done with South Dakota to grow the sport, and hopefully next year we double again because that's only going to help all the schools. And we've been fortunate enough to be our second year in and saw good success that first year, and hopefully we bring that to Aberdeen here next month in the state tournament.
And I think it's going to be even easier to expand next year with this kind of being our first year for the number that we had, some of the smaller schools that got involved. If we can make the process easier and get kind of the kinks worked out, I think this could really take off, and we could get a lot of schools involved if they can find the kids interested in being a part of the program.
Yeah, and I mean, kind of laying that framework down for other schools is what we wanted to do in the pilot season, and I think we did a good job. We got another 20-ish schools to come on board this year. But if there's a high school out there watching or a high school that's interested in joining, any one of these schools that participated this year, I guarantee you will take as much time as you need to answer questions and help you with your program. We just want to see it grow, and we want to offer opportunities. I can't imagine not having this at Dakota Valley for our students. So no matter how big or small you are, you can get into esports with something as small as just a Switch investment in a single Nintendo Online account and participate in Mario Kart and Super Smash Brothers. So it's not expensive to get in, and there's not a whole lot that's needed from the schools, other than a little bit of time and a dedicated or a makeshift space, if nothing else. I mean, we have some schools that I know with real small programs that don't have much more than a classroom that they go to. So,
but I think just a place for the kids and the teams to kind of come together and create that sense of community is huge. And I think that's going to be very important for a lot of these kids, and just helping them to understand that what a connection looks like and how to form those is a great skill to have for the future.
Yeah, definitely. Another thing that we're doing for the second year, but really stepped it up notch, is our streaming program, and you're kind of watching some of that now. I'm not the best commentator. This is the first time I've ever done this, so I'm not talking much about the game. But we have an individual in the room that is listening right now, Eli Hunter. He's a senior. Kid's an absolute genius. Like his overlays that he can make, the different plugins that he does with the games. Making it easy to change the scores, the team titles. It's just really amazing the things he's built this year. On top of that, we had an old camera that we dug out of the closet last week, and he wired it up, and now we have a pan tilt zoom camera in the room. So it never ceases to amaze me the things he can do. But that's another thing that if someone's interested in pursuing a career, what a great path. He's shown that he has the production skills, the graphic design skills, the technical know-how to just about do anything from creating commercials to he made our youth esports camp t-shirts. So I mean, there is a spot for everyone in this room, and he's kind of got Grand Central Station over there, 3 monitors, 2 computers, a stream deck, a stream. Eli, is that a stream deck, stream box, stream deck? But yeah, it's pretty impressive the things that he can do, and it's just another one of those things where if a student isn't interested in playing the games, I mean, there's an excellent pathway straight to college, straight to career. I mean, hands-on.
Yeah, and I will say for this Rocket League stream that we're looking at, this is not what the game normally looks like. Eli put in a lot of works, a lot of graphics, a lot of different things to make this kind of easier to understand and know what's happening and which team is which. That would not normally be in the game. He has all that. From what I've seen comparatively to like the Rocket League World Finals and some of the other professional esports where they play for cash prizes and they have all these huge budgets to present the game to people, I would say Eli in his stream is, other than maybe the commentators, right on point with some of those. He does a great job in making this appealing to the eye and easily to understand who's who and what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, great point. If you look in the upper right, left corner there, what you're seeing with those percentages is the amount of boost that each individual player has in their tank, if you will. So we talked a little bit about boost and how that allows your card to do aerials and to also go faster on the field. And so that's just an overlay that he's incorporated into the game to kind of show where all 6 players on the field currently stand regarding, their boost. So yeah, I mean, just kudos to him. It's really incredible some of the things he's done, and I again don't take credit for any of this stuff. We just give them the tools to do what they know how to do, and they've all proven that they're good in their different areas. So
I think our approach to coaching is kind of I was always told you learn best when you're teaching others, and so we're here for the players to kind of teach us what they're doing, what they need to change, and for us to be here to bounce the ideas off. And I think that's where they get the most help from us, is when we have them kind of break it down to the basics and explain it to us. It can kind of give them a different understanding than the complex technical view that they might normally have.
I like that explanation. That sounds better than just saying, I don't know what I'm doing. They do. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, they have the talent. We have a few years and maybe some gray hair that they don't. We can kind of, tell them, different life experiences that might shed light on a certain situation that they, haven't thought of in a different perspective. But yeah, I mean, these guys are just absolutely incredible. And we truly have the best group of kids to work with. I mean, it's every day getting to come here after school doesn't even feel like work. It's just a privilege to be here.
It is, and they make it a privilege. They make it so fun being here, and here with their smiling faces, it makes it a great experience.
And what's really exciting is in 35 seconds, it looks like DV is going to take the win, best of 5 here with 3 games. And you'll get to have some commentators that are exciting to listen to. Not that you're boring. I'm just saying I don't bring the level of excitement that some of these others do. So when we get Smash fired up here in the next 20 minutes or so, you'll get a lot more excitement. And we're just, I guess, Eli wanted us to do this tonight, so we are.
Yeah. We'll transition from our boring voices to Ben and screaming of Tickle Monster constantly playing Smash tonight.
He is a very exciting. I'd call him a shoutcaster almost. I mean, he could run his own Twitch stream and get followers just based on his enthusiasm. So, um, but yeah, absolutely. So it looks like DV here, it's winding down, clocks out, takes the win 3-1. Corsica, first year in the program, smaller school, and they got things to work on, but you know it's you got to start somewhere, and they're doing it right. They got a team of three, and they got computers to play on, and they showed up, and I mean they'll get there.
They've got everything they need. They just need time. Time's the biggest thing for a lot of these games to understand the mechanics, the techniques, all the ins and outs that you don't know right away. It just takes time. And so yeah, I
Yeah.
think if they get that, they'll be in a great spot.
Yeah. Well, with that, we're signing off, and we got Smash coming up at 5:45. I think we have 10 matches tonight. So yeah, Eli will put the results on the board as we start going through there, and that's it. We're signing off.
Signing off.
Be breached. We all long for that one thing, a life that's worth living. And tonight there'll be reckoning. I am ready. Are you with me?
Oh, baby, baby, I want to feel your love. 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 I want to feel your
Sunday mornings and midnight lights turn into songs that you watch me write. Stole your sweater on that night. You took a picture, keep by my bedside. So you're mine when you're gone, baby, please don't be long. I got my ticket to the west side. You say my name with your accent, makes me remember how much I missed you. Hope you're planning to stay for a million days. You'll be my summer in December. Hey boy, trust my intuitions always. I'm not superstitious, I got lucky. Stole your heart and it was mine for the taking. It was mine for the taking. It was mine for a million days, in a million ways. Stole your heart and I got lucky. Stole your heart and it was mine in a million ways, for a million days.
Strip off the shadows from your skin and cast them aside. Black out the windows above us and cover the lights. The feeling of an iris in the dark keeps on calling. Till I find you, a fading of a fire at the spark. Keeps igniting like a prelude. In my peripheral vision, you whisper goodnight and tell me where to find you when the silence is heavy, when we're losing our mind. Feeling of an iris in the dark keeps on calling. Till I find you, a fading of a fire at the spark. Keeps igniting like a prelude. Keeps igniting like a prelude.
Oh, are we going? Oh, I'm up, y'all. We're playing Smash Bros right now. Okay, it's Aberdeen Central number 3, undefeated versus undefeated. Already 60% on the Aberdeen player. Nate might be him. I think he's him. Running Sonic, that's an interesting play. Usually newer players like to run Sonic. Is that Mordekaiser? That's literally Mordekaiser. Am I tripping? And Aberdeen player's already in the outer space. Not a great start. Undefeated versus undefeated, it's looking like Nate is the more undefeated of the undefeated. Sonic is just rolling around. So far, yeah, he just likes to do that. I think that's his side B, if I'm not mistaken. Mordekaiser pops out. Very interesting. Oh, there's Mordekaiser again. Okay, Nate is up 1 stock. 3 stocks to 2. 86-57. Oh, Sonic. Oh! Big hit there. Did not expect that at all. There goes Sonic again, dealing some pretty heavy damage. He's gonna bring it back to pretty even here. Nate, oh, gets thrown off. He's gonna need something to recover here. Good. Oh, Sonic just sends himself down. I thought he was undefeated. That is a rookie mistake. And it's very common for Sonic players to do that, just fly off the map. Pretty intense fighting so far. Oh, interesting combo there. Nate is in the sky, almost teleports down. That's interesting. Shields, oh, that's a good right there. Gonna deal some heavy damage. Mordekaiser comes out. Shield. Rainbow flick. Oh, throws him off the map. This is not good for the Aberdeen player. Oh, he recovers very nicely. 111-70. Aberdeen players have 1 stock. Nate still, deals a big sum of damage. Nate can't let up here. It's still comebackable. It's at 125%. And, I thought that was going to be it. Oh, and he's gone. Plastered on the camera. Great work. Great work by Nate there. Making him look defeated. Nate is locked in right now. Alrighty. You're looking at my beautiful face, y'all. My name is Ben Phillips. I'm going to be the lead commentator right now. We're watching Smash right now. Nate just won his first of the best of 5. It's best of 5, right? Okay. Best of 5. It's 1-0. Nate is playing against Aberdeen Central number 3. Whoever that is. He probably has a name. I'm not sure what it is, though, but his username is Aberdeen Central number 3. So we are going to continue watching Nate absolutely smash this Aberdeen player. He won by pretty much a stock last time. Very comfortable win there. Aberdeen player did start to come back a little bit in the middle of the game, but Nate powered through the comeback and powered through him. I just realized they can't even see my soda can. That's crazy. Hey, now they know we're not sponsored by this drink. That's good. But yeah, we got a lot of Smash games going on. I see Isaac Clemmy over there, Cody Shutt, Landon Green. Lots of smashing going on in the esports room right now. We're just showing Rocket League won against Dakota Christian. They're now officially undefeated for the regular season. They went 7-0, and then next week they're gonna have a divisional round. I don't know why they're saying, or I don't know why I'm saying they, because I am in the Rocket League team. The 4th to 3rd, if you're wondering. But we're just gonna wait for Nate to get started here. Outstanding win by Nate, if you do ask me. Mr. Blazer's in the building. Oh yeah, come commentate. Come commentate. Dude, no, I have no idea what I'm talking about. Dude, I have no idea what I'm talking about, but I'm commentating. No, I've never played Smash before. I don't play Smash. Oh, and we're playing, y'all. Sonic vs. Zelda again. Zelda had that Mordekaiser. Oh. Sonic starts by immediately bouncing on top of Zelda. Mordekaiser rips out. Rainbow Flick. Mordekaiser misses. Oh! Big damage dealt there. Nate gets back on the map. Dives down on Nate. Shield. Waves her hand around in the air. Aberdeen Central bouncing. Throwing Nate up. Oh, heavy damage there for the Aberdeen player. Okay, they're relatively even now. Oh! Very, very fast and heavy dealing damage attacks there by the Aberdeen player, sending Nate in the atmosphere. And now they're even. Only 9% separating the two. Oh, now 26%. Very big damage dealing attacks by the Aberdeen player. 50%. 50% dividing them. They're relatively even now. Ooh. Big attack there. Let's see if Nate... Okay, Nate does recover back onto the stage. Now he's getting thrown off. Ooh. Fight the brawl. 95% for Nate. As we saw before, Sonic can finish Nate off. Oh. Oh! Sends him off the map. Great attack there by Nate. Nate's at 105% though. Still can't get... Oh! Hits him off the stage and down. Great attack there by the Aberdeen Central player. One stock to one. Both players being relatively passive. Sonic's kind of running around the map. Ooh. Both exchanging hits. There we go. Here goes Nate. Sonic's in a bad spot. Oh, dives down on him. Nate blocks all the damage. Ooh, gets hit there big. Gets thrown off the map. They're just bumping each other off the map. Nate's at 91%. He's got to be careful here. Throws him off. This is good for Nate. Misses that. Oh, big damage there by Nate. Bounced him up. It's close, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, not Zelda. Sonic hits him there. Nate's got to be careful. Gets back onto the stage. That is very good. He's getting bounced up. Oh, hits him with the Mordekaiser hit is what I call it. Oh, but then he hits him back. This is a big, super close match here. It could go any way. This is looking good for Nate. Hits him up. Oh my goodness, 124 to 136. Oh, Nate's at shield's very smart. It's close. This could go any way. Oh no. Nate stays in the game 150%. Nate! Oh, and he sends him off the map! Wow! This is Super Smash Bros, ladies and gentlemen. That is outstanding. Wow. One word, wow. Great game by Nate. Ooh. I would have never thought they'd go up to 150%. That was insane. But he overcame the pressure. Pressure makes diamonds, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. That got my heart racing. Nate overcame. Nate is up 2-0 in the best of 5 series. He needs one more to secure the win and make the Aberdeen Central, who is undefeated, go defeated. And Nate will stay undefeated. Can't get too ahead of ourselves, though. Let's see if they're going to change their characters. I wouldn't be surprised if they do. Nate's looking pretty comfortable with Zelda, though. I'm not sure what he's going to decide to do. Aberdeen player. Interesting with Sonic. Looks a little out of control at times, but I think they might say the same. I'm not sure, though. But yeah, that is some great smashing, ladies and gentlemen. It's like lives. Yeah. Oh, my bad. My bad. I'm sorry. Okay, for those of you who don't know what a stock is, it basically means lives. Now they know. Now they know. Stock is alive, ladies and gentlemen. I just got called out on my atrocious commentating skills. We got quite the leaders here in Dakota Valley Esports right now. We got Mr. Clements, the activities director here at Dakota Valley High School, or Dakota Valley School District in general. Nate's up 2-0 for those of you just joining. First match was 2 stocks to 0, which is 2 lives to 0. And the second match was super close. Seems like Zelda versus Sonic again. This is going to be interesting. Let's see what is going to happen here. We might see relatively the same stuff happening. Nate, puts him up to 60% damage. Oh, and he falls off the map. See, once again, Sonic is one of those characters that is just hard to control if you're not good enough, and he just flies right down into the void. So now Nate is up 3 stocks to 2, 3 lives to 2. Both just jumping around. Sonic charges his run. Nate recovers with the shield. Ooh, deals heavy damage there. Returns to the no. Oh, I thought he was about to fall off again. That would have been insane. Oh, throws him off. Nate's at 94%. Sonic's still at 42. Not sure what the thought is there. Sonic had the advantage on the stage. Oh, kicks Nate there. That's a big kick. Nate returns to the stage. With Zelda, misses the Mordekaiser hit. Gets kicked up 118% for Nate. Turns to the stage. Shields, that's good. Big damage there by Nate. Throws him off. What? Oh, misses the blow there. They're kind of, hits him up. This isn't good for Nate. He's going to have to return to the stage somehow. Zelda, or not Zelda, Sonic misses. Shields. Kicks him. Nate is enduring this quite nicely. Throws him off. 99% for the Aberdeen player. 138% to 99. Nate is up 1 stock. Let's see. Oh! I'm going to be real with y'all. I have no idea what just happened. And Nate kicks him off. Nate is up 1 stock exactly. If the Aberdeen Central player dies here, that is game, set, match for Nate Rathgaber. And just keeps kicking him into the ground. Picks him up 66%. The Aberdeen Central player. Nate still hasn't been touched. Wow, very conservative yet effective strategy here by Nate. Still hasn't been touched. 87% for the Aberdeen player. Oh my goodness. Just pure dominance. Okay, there we go. Sonic finally hits him. Okay, Sonic is starting to deal quite a bit of blows here. That recovery by Zelda is quite efficient. Almost gets right past the other player. Sonic kicks her up. Ooh. Charges that and and that is game. Nate is undefeated. The Aberdeen Central player is now defeated. Wow. This is Super Smash Bros, ladies and gentlemen. That is. You're watching. You just watched a masterwork. Wow. With an extra stock. Yep. Are we done streaming, Eli? Okay. Well, Nate wins his game. A sweep. Undefeated player versus undefeated player, and it is a sweep. It doesn't get much better than that. That just proves that Nate might be the best Super Smash Bros. Player in the state of South Dakota. Quite a large group over there. I'm not sure what match they're watching. Ryan's game. Okay. I don't think Ryan's playing yet. Somebody else. There's 2 TVs over there. There's a tinier one. But I see Ryan's hair, I think. And he's on the big one. Yeah, there's... Oh, it was Mitchell. It was Mitchell, and he just won one of his games. Mitchell wins that round or full game, I'm not sure. Once again, Nate beats an undefeated player 3-0 to stay undefeated. Nate right now is the best Super Smash Bros. Player in the state of South Dakota. So I'd just like to remind you, we have the Dakota Valley Esports has the #1 team in Rocket League, #1 team in League of Legends, #1 Mario Kart team, #1 Super Smash Bros. Player. And do we have, Eli, do we have the #1 Minecraft team? Okay, we may or may not have the #1 Minecraft team. I don't think we do. I think they lost last night. Okay. I'm not sure. I don't know if we're... I mean, it's good input. Constructive criticism. I like it. Never hurts to ask. Alrighty. Yeah. What happened with Mitchell over there? You want to come talk to the stream? Yeah, we got Cody Shutt coming on. This is also one of the best Smash players in the state of South Dakota.
Thank you.
Welcome, Cody. Welcome.
It is nice to be here. So Mitchell hit something incredible. Oh, I hate the echo. He was at like 130%. The other guy was at 0%.
Yeah.
So he hit a combo that kills himself in the process, but it instantly kills the other guy when he was at 0% on his last
What?
stock. Dad, you're
That is insane.
never mind, I guess not.
I think Cody is going to be commentating. If he moves his Switch over here, we can. Dang. Mr. Shut, he's a chill guy. Also,
Yes.
Cody's dad.
Oh, I like this.
Yeah, right? Because
Yeah,
it's
that-
like delayed.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we're just waiting. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to stream another one.
Oh yeah, spectate.
Okay, okay. So we are going to be watching Ryan Shutt's game.
We have a YouTube channel.
Yeah, we stream on YouTube and Twitch. Eli, how many Twitch followers are we at?
97. Let's go.
We're at 97 Twitch followers. So if you want to drop a follow on Twitch, shout out to Cody's mom. There we go. Thank you for watching, Cody's mom.
Yep.
Oh, she bought the pizza? Oh my goodness, she provided pizza for all of the esports players here at Dakota Valley Esports. So big shout out. Cody's mom. Okay, it's Luigi versus King K. Rook. I have no idea who that is. Okay. Brian is the big dragon. Yeah, let's just refer to him as the dragon.
Am I supposed to be
Oh.
this on screen?
Oh,
Oh, there we go. Got it.
okay, he's got it. So Cody actually knows what he's talking about here, so he might give you a little more. He might give you a little more intellectual
Zero to death.
thoughts here, while I just kind of yap over here and just say what I'm seeing. So I really have no idea what I'm talking about when it comes to Super Smash Bros.
So the guy Ryan is fighting, his name is Luigi, and he is a move or a series of moves that can instantly kill most characters, but it's very difficult to pull off.
Oof. Big damage dealt there. They're relatively even. Uses this little helicopter that pops out of his back. Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, he had to jump. I don't know.
Oh, gives him big spanking in there. They're relatively even. This has been a... Oh!
Always back.
Almost fell off the map. That would have been a fatal mistake. Up in the air, and he gets bounced around, and Ryan falls. There's still...
And there it is. Oh.
The other player is at 125%, so Ryan should
Kill him with any
hopefully
smash
be able to get him.
attack. Ryan,
Oh, and he... How does that not kill him, Cody Shut? Oh, never mind. It did kill him. Luigi is a plumber, for those of you wondering. Hence, all the plungers. Coachberg gets too excited. Celebrates early. Embarrassing. Anyways, Ryan is at 141%. Cody, what is going wrong here for Ryan?
I don't know. He's playing. I mean, not the best that I've seen him. But
Oh! Okay, so Mitchell wins something over there. Ryan is at 2 stocks.
do it. Ryan's trying to pull the thing that I'm not allowed to say.
I don't know what it's called, but we're fine. Suck him in and bring him with him.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, so we're at 1 stock to 1. This is intense smashing, y'all. Ryan just cannonball there. I'm not sure what exactly is happening. I'm gonna try to be a little bit quieter so that he can focus. He's at almost 100% damage. Ooh, big series of attack there by Luigi. Oh, and he's dead.
Oh, wow, the disrespect. He taunted on him.
Oh,
The disrespect. Ryan, ditto him. He disrespected you.
All right. Cody calls for the ditto. Okay. Ryan Shutt just lost to who is he playing?
Ben.
T-Ben?
Somewhere.
I think we think it's T-Ben.
Flanger, Ben.
Flanger Ben. T-Ben is a League of Legends player. Still not over for Ryan Shutt. He has a chance.
Glad you're in frame.
I think we need an all-time like Mr. Shutt cam. Like get that working. We just have that track him. Okay, we're back to smashing, ladies and gentlemen. Ryan Shutt is down 0-1 against Ben from Flandreau. Same characters. So yeah, what went wrong that last game, Cody Shutt?
I don't know. I feel like he could have used more smash attacks, especially as Luigi.
Mhm.
Oh wait, that might have nope, not kill.
Big cannonball. Luigi's scared of it. Launches a paint can at him. Ooh. Ryan's at 100%.
Oh no.
Oof.
I need to like use more smash attacks.
Oh, what the? Yo, Eli. The feed went like dark.
Oh, you good?
Okay. We're all good, all good. We're being chilling, y'all. We're still watching Super Smash Bros. Ryan's at 133%. 143. There's a crown. What the Sigma?
I just need to like use more smash attacks. Oh, Ryan kind of died there, but his own crown saved him. That looks like he's dead. So.
Oh, and he's dead. Good stuff by Ryan Shutt there. Oh, spins around. He's at 189%. 199. He's almost at 200%. He's steaming like a. I don't even know a good reference for that. Fresh pile of poo in the winter. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let me recollect myself.
Oh, dead
Oh.
again. Really good.
Flanger Ben, not sure what he's thinking here. Oh, do we got another commentator coming on? Yes, we got Nathan.
It
Nate
is
Rath-
I.
we got Nate Rathgaber on here.
So, I'm here to commentate for Ryan Shutt's game versus Ben from Flandreau.
Very nice.
As you can see, Ryan is playing the King K rule, which is the big crocodile guy. A heavyweight that specializes in projectiles. Not common for heavyweights in this game. You want to say heavyweight? I mean, as you can see, he's a big guy. Like, he's got a stomach thicker than the earth at this rate.
Well said, Nate. Ryan is up a stock, but down a game. I'm so good with poetry.
Oh! Ryan still has a percent lead here. Although Luigi is notorious for sneaking games with his very good combo game, if he can get a hold of you.
He is at 90% though, and Ryan Shutt
Yeah.
is at 0. So as long as he saved it.
Oh,
Shows him-
it
shows
almost
him the
goes
feet.
for it.
114%.
This is like K-Rool's like...
Oh, hits him with his stomach. He's flying. Not good for the flanger player. Sucked
There
him
he
in, pops
goes.
him back out, and he's gone.
Good play from Ryan. That's the K-Rool classic.
Camp on top platform.
Yeah, the flanger player is definitely regretting taunting Ryan Shutt. He's seen the real side of him.
Dark side.
It's only going to get worse from here. Flanger Ben.
All right, well, hopefully we see much of the same from Ryan.
We are doing the same characters.
Yeah.
I think we will.
King K. Rule versus.
It's K. Rool versus Luigi again.
We're just gonna call him Croc.
The crocodile's out.
Ryan works too. For those of you who don't know, Ryan Shot does have a fan club. Just if y'all are wondering.
Yep. Awkward silence to accompany that.
Are you in the fan club, Nate?
I don't think I'm a part of it, but I
certainly am in the fan club.
I
Anyways, not a great start here by Ryan Shut. 102% and T-Bent is at 0. Let's see if he can get some smash attacks here.
Oh, that was nearly Ryan's stock. Luigi's up B is that uppercut thing. It
Oh my goodness.
The
Flanger
remote.
Ben.
Flanger Ben took a tumble, as we'll say that.
He needs to learn how to stay on the map and it sends him into outer space. But he's back through the power of respawning. Fucking Super Smash Bros, ladies and gentlemen. This is some peak video games right here. This is peak Super Smash Bros right here. Oh, hits him with his big belly.
So how K. Rool works is his golden belly. That's not just for show. That's that golden plate belly is armor. You cannot knock him through that. You can still do damage, of course, but he will armor through. He will take 0 knockback. However, as you can, good spike by Ryan, taking Luigi stock nice and early. However, Luigi down B doesn't take that. As I was saying, as you can break gold, you can break the golden belly.
Okay.
Luigi with
Venture Ben seems to be pretty clumsy when it comes to when he gets off the map. Does Luigi have a good recovery, or?
Luigi's recovery is okay, but it's also extremely predictable.
It's in stratosphere. It's 1 stock to 1, 67% for Ben.
As you could guess from Luigi's caps, his recovery goes on L. He has to go perfectly sideways or perfectly up. There's no in between. Oh.
Big comp, not as big as I thought it was.
Ryan with a little bit of a lead here. The problem with Luigi is that he really struggles with projectiles, and K. Rool being a heavyweight that specializes in projectiles kind of makes a bit of a blunder for Luigi. Bit of a blunder from Ryan with the up B, but doesn't matter, I don't think. Fishing for the down. Ryan's at kill percent. He's got to be careful. This game's still close.
Anybody's game here, but Ryan does have a slight advantage.
Lander Ben getting really close to getting it. The croc. The rock.
Both people got to be safe here. Ryan, what is he gonna do?
He's got a bunch of projectiles to throw him. He doesn't have his crown though, because he missed it. That might be it. No, it won't.
It's out of it.
And Ryan shut it the up air.
Into outer space. Wow.
These are some close games.
And there's his golden belly. Not just for show, it is very deadly.
The croc.
What's up?
We're watching Ryan.
Oh yes, let's hear an unknown fact about Ryan Shut.
Too.
Oh, let's hear that story.
Well, I was 2 years old, and we were, I don't know, probably playing or something, and he jumped on my arm, and he broke my arm. Wow. That's cool.
Clumsy Ryan Shut. Breaking his brother's arm.
Nope. Luigi hitting with the down B.
What exactly went wrong there, Cody Shut?
His recovery on stage.
Interesting. And that's his up B, correct?
Yes.
Big helicopter.
Yep, the helicopter pack. K. Rool's notorious for being pretty hard to spike because most spikes can't reach through that helicopter. As a helicopter and a blender have one thing in common.
very sharp.
Yep. Luigi just,
Oh my goodness.
he went too deep for it and he missed ledge.
Ryan Shutt is winning 2-1 here. So if he wins this game, he wins the series. Landry Ben might regret that little taunt he had after that first game win.
Ryan is putting on the pressure with the projectiles. This is normally how you see Luigi matchups go, as Luigi fights to get in while a character spreads out his projectiles on him. A little bit of a jab from Luigi, except it's his forward smash. Here we have
So Mitchell qualifies for state. Mitchell
Mitchell,
had
like,
very close.
as you guys cannot see it, but another DV player named Mitchell Oberg just had a very close game, and I believe he just won it.
And he qualified for state with that game.
Yeah,
That's just good. Very big. Some might say massive.
You know what else is massive?
And just load paper fade me. Anyways, back to the match we have in front of us.
Don't
Ryan
worry,
did have-
I wasn't the one who
Ryan did have
said
an advantage. Cody Shut is disgusting. Oh no. Into the stratosphere he goes, except Ben is at 105%. Oh, bounces him around there. Recovers quickly. Sucks him up, spits him out.
Stockly by Luigi, however, Ryan being a bit tricky with his blunderbuss.
Oh, into the stratosphere. Okay, this is a close game.
And really got to focus up here if he wants to take it. Luigi just comboing with these up tilts. He out here looking like Smash 4 Mario, which was
Down.
notorious for just comboing into up tilts over and over again. Oh, being a bit tricky now. So, oh, Luigi was going for something devious there. He tried to combo Ryan with down throw, down air, up B. And as you can see, when you hit the strong hit of Luigi's up B, it inflicts massive damage.
Massive.
I didn't mean it like that.
Anyways, the series is now tied 2-2. Whoever wins this next fight wins the series. This is a big game here. Some might say massive.
Our stream manager's giving us the stink eye.
To Luigi again.
Same characters. Clearly, both of them are confident in their decisions.
I
And we
mean,
are
I
playing
think-
Super Smash Bros.
I mean, both of them have won with these characters. I think they both have reasons to be confident.
One thing I do notice is how fast Ben comes off the bat, dealing damage to Ryan Shutt. I feel like Ryan Shutt almost like starts off with 100% damage on him.
That's typically how heavyweights work. However, heavyweights make up for that, especially with K-Roll with their incredible survivability. Unless Ryan Shutt does that and accidentally goes a bit too low for that spike. He's desperate for the early lead.
Now down a stock. This is not good. He's gonna need to deal some heavy damage to send Luigi off the map.
So Luigi Ditto him.
Can you explain to us what a Luigi Ditto is?
Both players play Luigi.
Oh, I see.
Luigi is better than Ben's.
Ryan Shutt is at 145%. and he's
Good
down
directional
one stock.
influence from Ryan. He influenced the knockback trajectory he was going at. Unfortunately, he's at such high percent. He's really struggling this last game.
I've seen crazier.
It's doable. It definitely is. He just got to play out of his mind.
Ryan Shutt is out of his mind. Let's see it.
Also, just really hard for K Rool because just like Luigi struggles getting on projectiles, K Rool struggles in not getting comboed because he is
him, in my opinion.
quite literally the fattest character in the game. Yeah,
Ooh.
just unfortunate.
And Ryan Shutt takes the loss. That's a loss. Oh. What is this camera angle?
Where are we?
Oh, so we're looking up here. This is very unnatural. I kind of hate this, but you know, it's fine. I like changing things up. Ryan Shutt loses an intense series. I thought he had it, but guess what, y'all? He's still nonchalant as ever. That is Ryan Shutt for you.
As the president of the Ryan Shutt Fam Club, what do you
Are
have to
the
say for
president?
that? No,
I'm
you.
not the president.
Well, then who's the president?
I don't know who the president is.
We all know the president
Oh,
is
Cody Shutt is gone. And why are we trying to get the green screen to work?
the wall is not cooperating with us.
Yeah, so I think we're done for the night. Yo, Eli, change the camera to make it so it's just me and Nate. So then the greens, or just put it. There we go. Okay. This is no. Okay, this is a lot better. So we're done for the night, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching Dakota Valley Esports. Just a little recap. Rocket League won quite tremendously, 3-0. And then we had Super Smash Bros. Our first game was this little feller here, winning to stay undefeated and to make someone else who was undefeated defeated. So he's ultimately, arguably, the best Super Smash Bros. Player in the state right now. Yeah, Ryan Shutt unfortunately losing a very close game that went into Game 5. And the last game just didn't go his way at all, and can't really do anything about that. But I'm pretty sure he still qualifies for state nevertheless. So we will see you guys. Do we have any games going on tomorrow? No games tomorrow. That's surprising. Usually there's at least one makeup game, but no games tomorrow, so we won't be streaming tomorrow. But on Thursday, we do have League of Legends and chess. So make sure to tune in for that. What is so funny? Oh, no, that is not okay. No. Okay. I have 2 cameras on me. Anyways, thank you for watching, y'all. This is Dakota Valley Esports. We're going to sign it off. Appreciate for watching. We will see you guys on Thursday.